Great to get the bonus point win against Wales. I think going into that game they'd showed against Ireland that they're much better than what everyone thought of them. So it's great for us to have that quick start in the game and then finish up with the bonus point win. So for us that's really pleasing, but I think after the 50 minutes, 55 minutes, we probably maybe switched off a little bit. So I think for us as learning as a team that we need to kind of stamp that out and make sure we have ruthless and 80-minute performances.
What's that like, not just to play in, but then to go and sit off and watch when that's happening and you're off and you're doing it?
It's probably even more frustrating when you're on the side watching it, but I think it's tough to obviously to watch on, but I mean I wouldn't say the game was won at all at 50 minutes, and I was cramping up actually, so I came off because of that. But I think the boys got on it, they did well. We probably could have scored another 1 or 2 tries in the last 15 minutes. Had a lot of pressure down there and just didn't manage to go over the line. And I think we'll have chances, so we'll look back at the game next week and probably be frustrated with how we didn't score more tries in the second half. But overall, it's a bonus point win, and we've got to be happy with that.
From a personal perspective, pleased to get back on target from the team.
Yeah, I think I have my boots on the right feet today, so no, it was good. I think I did quite a bit of work this week and just got myself in the groove, which was nice actually. As a kicker, it can be quite tough when you're not kicking well, and then you're trying to solve problems every kick rather than just being in that groove and just trusting it. So I was actually on, I think Wednesday that I got myself back, and then kicked well yesterday and captain's running today in the game obviously. So which is great, but I think it's tough to have kicked well today after not kicking well in the England game, which could have changed it.
That first kick was kind of from the range.
It was the exact same, wasn't it?
Did that feel good to get that one in early on?
Yeah, it was nice. Obviously, I was almost laughing after it, 'cause it was the exact same as the one to win it last week, and I got it this week. But I think it's just good to be able to add the points on for the boys more so than anything. I think as a goal kicker, that's your job to get these kicks. So it's good to be able to do that today. But I think going forward, when I'm out of the groove, trying to get myself back in it quicker.
And what's the mood like in the changing room? Is it a bit flat after the way that finished?
No, we're all happy. I think it's quite balanced. I think we know we've got a massive challenge ahead of us next week. So as much as we're happy with that win today, and we know we've got to work on certain things, we all know what's coming next week. So we need to get ourselves ready for that. We're not celebrating yet. We need to go to France and hopefully get a good win over there. But like I said, we know what challenge lies ahead of us. So as happy as we are with that win, we know we need to get better from that if we're going to win this weekend.
Why does this team keep having moments where you kind of drop out of games and let other teams back in?
I'm not too sure. I think it's probably the mental side. I think we just need to somehow find that ruthless edge of just putting teams away. 4 tries to 1 in the first half, and then we only scored 1 try second half. So I'm not too sure what it is. I think that's something that when we come back on Monday, we'll look into that and see mentally where we are. We've got a great mental skills coach here, so I think as a collective we'll maybe have a chat with her, or as leaders we'll have a chat with her and see what we can do differently, what we can do better, and how we can try and fix that up. So yeah, something that Italy was similar in the England game as well. We had a brilliant first half, and maybe weren't as good second half. But I think we've definitely got it in us, but we just need to, like I say, kind of mentally find that groove, almost like my goal kicking I suppose, find that kind of groove that we're in, and then just continue through it for 80 minutes.
With these discussions last year, you mentioned the mentality. Are you confident you're making kind of strides in the right direction? Or?
Sorry. Yeah, I think we are. I think like the England game, although we lost, I think we probably dominated that game. We played really well in that game, had a lot of chances, but we just didn't take them. And we ran Ireland close. We were within 6 points when they went ahead a little bit and sort of let them slip away in the last sort of bit of the game. And then I think this weekend will be a real challenge for us, and I think it will show our character as a team and where we are against France, who have just beaten Ireland. So I think this weekend's massive for us in terms of the tournament, but also as a squad where we are, and it's one of the hardest challenges going over to Paris and trying to beat France there, who have just come off the back of a massive win. So I think this weekend's it's exciting, the challenge that we've got ahead of us, but it'll really show us where we are as a group.
What's it like when Tom Jordan was a couple of tries today, looked like it drew click, especially the first half? How were you finding that kind of partnership?
Yeah, it's good playing with TJ. He's a brilliant player. He's a 10 as well at Glasgow, 10-12, so he's good at communicating. You've got a second ball player there. Him and Hugh play obviously a lot together, so they've got that connection. And I think it's been an easy transition from him filling in for Sione with him being injured. But I think he's been brilliant the last 4 games. So I think today he was outstanding. I thought he was going to get man of the match, not Blair. But But no, he's been awesome. A really good guy as well off the pitch. We got on really well, and I think that's the most important thing for a 10 and 12 is how you get on off the pitch, because then that translates to on field, and then you've got that relationship. You're very relaxed with each other. You can chat with, as you go, and you can kind of call each other out easily. But but he's a great guy and a brilliant player.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Just start with Gregor, and then at the end we'll do the usual huddle.
On the 80 minutes, yeah, very good first half, and not so good sort of last quarter. And sometimes that happens when you've got a big lead. We don't like it because we didn't play at the level which was a really good level in the first half all the way through. Sometimes credit goes to the opposition. They had more possession in that second half, but look, we felt we'd scored a try, but we should have got one try when we were under that pressure in the last 10 minutes, and disappointing way to end conceding a try. But the first half probably exceeded expectations, given the quality of the Welsh performance last week and the players on their side. So real credit goes to our players and how well they played in the first half. Feelings after it? Are you happy overall with the result, or a bit disappointed with the draw?
Oh, absolutely delighted with the result. This is why we're here. What we do during the week is to work to deliver a winning performance, and we maybe played better. We definitely played better down at Twickenham over the 80, but we didn't get the win. So today we did, and a lot of work went into creating those opportunities and finishing them off in the first half. But we are obviously going to look at the second half too, and how we can get better. And we know that if we drop off next week, then those will be occasions for France to get into the game.
Frank mentions the mental side of the drop off in the last quarter. Is it something that had been a concern, or is it something that maybe is a concern?
No, I'd say there was a number of reasons. We made a few changes, obviously to the team, and you lose a bit of flow. Like the flow you get in the first half is different in the second half. The opposition had more possession, and they're trying things. I thought the resilience the players showed last week to come back and almost win the game shows how mentally strong they are. And Ewan Ashman claimed, or he's convinced, he scored a try, and the TMO didn't look back at the incident that we got the ball over the line. That could be here on a different story, but we got the win, and that's important. And next week, I'm not sure we'll be that far ahead in Paris, but if we are, we've now had this experience to make sure that we don't drop off the high standards we've set.
How much did you miss Finn's influence when he went off his experience and his ability to conduct games he was doing so well?
Well, a lot. What we during that period, we didn't have much ball, so it was more what we're doing defensively, and there was a few set piece errors that we weren't able to get the ball in the possession that we were doing so well off in the first half. So, yeah, I don't think the 10s had a big influence in the period where Wales came back into it. But then TG, I think we did really well getting to the try line, I think, on 2 occasions. So, yeah, I think the half-backs played at real tempo, the guys that came off the bench. But credit goes to Ben and Finn for playing so well in that first half.
What was the issue with Murray when he came off?
He just had a bang on his hip, so a real acute pain that was stopping him function at the level required. We've had a couple of players who've had that this year, and they've turned it around in time for the following week. So he's optimistic that it'll recover in time for Paris.
Ben spoke there obviously about having a different partner at 12 this year, expecting to come in with Seoane having Stafford at the start and then having Tom Jordan back. You've been with the chemistry in that department.
Yeah, really pleased. I think when Tom came off the bench against Italy, he showed that he can have a real impact at test level at 12. In November we saw it at 15, and this is his first Six Nations tournament, and he's grown in influence, connecting well with those around him, and also being a ball carrier himself. He carried a couple of times when he was at 10, which shows that side of his game. He brings lots of energy, like he's very aggressive, which is what we want in our centres. So I thought the back line really combined well. Like Duan is providing assists for the people's outside, and Blair is such a creative player, but a strike runner himself. Hugh as well, and Darcy, great to see him back. So yeah, I was pleased with the whole back line today.
What was your take, Gregor, on the Wales try to disallow the Blair Murray jump over the tackle? Were you confident that was?
Yeah, I think we thought straight away that you can't jump to evade a tackle, and the TMO came in and said that Jamie, who was captain at the time, was asking the referee to check it, but the TMO had already highlighted that like it looks like we're making the tackle and someone jumps. So I thought that was an easy decision for him to make. No, I don't. No, he's fine. He got blocked in a kick chase on one occasion, and look, it's first game back, so we were looking to make changes, and sometimes that disrupts the flow. In a different game, we might not have made those changes, but also felt obviously Kyle had played really well last week, so we thought his energy would be of benefit going into that final quarter. But I don't think there are any injuries. I think if there's a few knocks. And we've just spoken about how important recovery is this week. It's the last game of the Six Nations. We're playing a very physical side away from home, and that was a high energy game today. We did do a lot of defending in the second half, and we did a lot of attacking in the first half. So we need to be in the best place possibly physically to give it a real crack next week. Oh yeah, it'll be pumped up to the max, won't it? I think the atmospheres now at Stade de France are amazing. We saw it during the World Cup. They've nicked our idea of taking the background music when they sing the anthem, so that it's now just the crowd singing it at Stade de France. And they're a quality side. Like, I think when you saw the French club teams dominating in Europe and scoring 70, 80 points against quality English sides on a couple of occasions, it shows you what can happen if you allow them to get on the front foot. They scored 70 points against a very good Italian team. They got 40 points against Wales, 40 points against Ireland. And I think they could have scored 40 or 50 against England with the amount of chances they had. So just now, probably this is the toughest fixture in world rugby. They had beaten All Blacks in November, so we can't wait to be involved in it. We know they'll be going for the title, but it's an opportunity for us to go out and play against one of the best teams right now.
I think I'm right in saying if you win by 52 points...
52 points, what does that mean?
You could overhaul France.
No, I don't...
Have a chance of winning the title.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're 103 points behind the points.
Okay.
5 points behind.
We'll have that in the back of our minds. Thank you. I didn't know that. You've shocked me. We're good, thank you. Oops.